Hey, Terry Daniel here. We just got done wrapping up our second annual meetup event for the Twin Cities Voice Actor Group. A lot of talented people out there in the group, actually. We have people that do animated voices. We have talents where their niche lies in narration. We have talents where their niche lies in commercial. Really quite the eclectic group of people, and everybody seems to be having a good time. It's a beautiful night here in Minneapolis for the Twin Cities Voice Actor Meetup Group, and we'll be having more. And I tell you what, it's all about voiceover. People are really, really excited about this industry right now, and for good reason. All right, we are with Pamela Muldoon. Pamela is the assistant organizer for the Twin Cities Voice Actors Group. Pam, you don't mind if I call you Pam, right?
Pam is perfectly fine.
And how do you think it went tonight?
I think it went very well.
And what are some of the things that we covered?
Some of the things we covered tonight was basically from A to Z, from experiences of people who have been in voiceover work, those that are looking to get in the business, just the vast array of backgrounds and interesting reasons for why they're here, why they want to be a part of this really exciting group. The idea that some people are doing voices, character voices, to dialects, to narration, to the diversity is really very interesting. And we've got some beginners, we have some folks here that are 10, 15, 20 years in the business. I think it's a great mix. And so if you're interested in getting into voiceover, voice acting, or just learning about the business, I highly recommend that you check out this meetup group. And
you yourself are a voice actor?
Yes.
And do you think you're more of a commercial person or a narration person?
What I'm finding is that I'm more of a narration person. I've had a recent 15-plus year background in training and development, and I'm realizing that with my previous background in radio, that's coming into a nice combination for narration work, which is really, that in and of itself, just to have that realization in the last couple of months being a part of this group and connecting with people who work in the business is really important to where I see that part of my career going.
Well, Pamela, thank you for helping us out tonight.
You're very welcome, Terry. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, Terry Daniel here. We're talking with Lily of Lily. Where do you live?
I'm in St. Louis Park.
Lily lives in St. Louis Park, and we actually are in St. Louis Park at Kip's Irish Pub. It was our second annual meetup for the Twin Cities Voice Actors Group, and did you have a good time? What did you get out of this event tonight?
A lot of good networking tips and just hearing wonderful voices around me, and the energy was incredible, and I just want to get out there and get some gigs and get back into the industry. It's been really fun.
And what intrigued you the most about getting into voiceovers?
The creativity of it, the challenge of it, and just also the novelty of it, let's say.
Did you grow when you grew? Did you grow up in St. Louis Park?
Minneapolis, close enough. Yeah.
Did you remember hearing voices when you were a kid, growing up?
Oh, well, those kind of voices, no.
Well, not the imaginative kind.
I really liked listening to the radio and to Dave Moore on Channel 4.
Oh, nice.
Really, really liked him. And Mae Young on KQRS. And just loved singing and listening to people singing. So it was also, I'm from an acting family, so that had a lot to do with it too. So we were given a lot of lessons on elocution, on just proper speech, and then threw in some improv for good measure. So it's always been a part of my life in one way or other, even though I didn't know it was called voiceovers till a couple of years ago.
Exactly. Well, Lily, thank you for coming out.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
We're talking with Johnny and Cynthia. They are two fairly new members of the Twin Cities Voice Actors Group. How are you guys?
We're great.
Just dandy.
Tell me first how you found the group.
Meetup. I got a cross-reference that I would be interested in voiceovers because of my podcast and group.
Great. And what podcast are you currently doing?
All right. Now, for the past 4 years, I'm doing a podcast called Mostly Trivial. It's a 8-minute, 10-minute short trivia podcast, multiple choice.
Good for family as well.
Yeah.
It is good for all ages. You're not just saying that, right?
No.
No
No dirty words.
All right. What's the URL?
www.mostlytrivial.com.
Very nice. And when did you first get interested in voiceover?
As a kid, I used to do phone messages, and they would take about 3 hours to do a 3-minute one. I had my friends come over, and we'd have sound effects and pots and pans and Frito bags and crunching sounds, and it just kept us motivated and have fun to do a recording, and we have lots of people listen to it, so we had kind of a little following.
And I was a latecomer. My husband was doing a lot of voiceover work and a lot of webinars. So I would kind of hone myself into, if we got a job that required voice, it allowed us to work together and be together in the studio and take direction. And it was a fun project for just us to spend time together.
It's true.
Great. Well, welcome to the group, and I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. And again, the web address of the podcast is
MostlyTrivial.com.
All right, we're with Carol. She is a member of the Twin Cities Voice Actors Group. Carol, how did you first get involved with the group? How did you find it? And is it everything you hoped it would be?
Actually, I found it on
And please tell me what I want to hear.
I found it on the internet, on a Google search, and came across the Meetup group. This is the first event I've attended, and it's turned out to be very interesting and helpful, meeting a lot of people who are either getting into the industry or who have had some experience, and a lot of sharing, a lot of networking, and a lot of really fun people.
And when did you first, when were you first interested in the whole concept of voiceover?
Well, probably about 17 years ago when I did a little bit of acting and was told I have a very soothing voice, and just didn't pursue it at the time, but now at this point in my career with all the changes in the field with the internet and all the different ways of marketing, I think now's a better time, and also I'm interested in the home business aspect of it.
You are a very smart lady. All right, thanks for coming out tonight.
Thank you, Terry.